Okay, let's go. We have a video, an unboxing on a Friday in Japan, a beautiful autumn. It's like 2 weeks long autumn over here because summer and then boom, we go into winter. But it's so beautiful during the autumn. If you come into Japan, I'd recommend that. If you're a subscriber, go ahead and comment below, give the video a thumbs up. I'm going to send this out to somebody. I've sent out everything that I've said to winners except for I think the Korean little DAC dongle thing. But that'll be going out soon. This is a set that I will be doing on the main channel, so you're going to have to do the same thing on the main channel, subscribe or comment. Hopefully you'd give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Also, if you're a Patreon, this is just an announcement publicly that the Camper CP752B, I'm going to not even open up that box, and I'm going to sell it for a little bit less than retail, and I'll pay for shipping, so you can get a little bit better price than you would if you bought it brand new. I'm absolutely not even messing with that. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. So this is a 4DD APA. The balanced armatures are custom, which means that they're Belzing, or a company that got their stuff from Belzing and then opened independently because Belzing took their tech from Knoll's employee, who there's a whole lawsuit about that. That's kind of why they don't really talk about what the custom actually means. So this has 8 of those. Not a problem in stuff that's like 300 and below, as I've stated before, but when you start to get less transparent with the expensive stuff and you're using these custom affordable drivers, that becomes, I think, a legit issue, because people should know, like they do in almost every electronic field, what they're buying, and saying that people don't understand or make preconceived notions, that's kind of their right, and it might be based on their experience. Like, come on now. This has, touch my cheek, this has metal caps on it, and it says Damascus. My image of like a Damascus cap is the Dunu Vulcan, but I guess this is a kind of version of that. When you see them not in foam, you really ought to try to drop them out like this. You don't want to put any pressure on the 2-pin, because it's got a little socket that's glued in there, a little square, and if you loosen that right from day one, it's going to be a problem. Start getting intermittent connection issues, and so you don't want to do that. As you can see, the cable's a little bit janky. It's clearly janky, so I couldn't even avoid that if I wanted to. It's got an interesting kind of a sticky texture to it. It's not bad. It's got branding on the Y-split and also on the termination. This is 4.4, which I'm happy about. Remember, 4.4 doesn't really do anything, though some devices might have better internals that are in line with the 4.4, which make it better, but that's a case-by-case thing. Generally, 4.4 is beneficial because it offers more power, and power is dynamics to this person, or it usually can be. Yeah, we'll go with that. And power is like money. Like to have more than I need. Lots of headroom. I don't want to be going on a source of any type and going over around 70% for power ever to go to good listening level. So 4.4 usually is a better option for me. This has a case that looks nice. I've seen it before with this stopper right here and the nice like sew marks. It's got some glue in it. It's a reviewer sample, so maybe it's not. I've seen it before, not in a while though. It looks fairly decent. The tips that come with it are, it probably says what they are. I'm not looking at the description closely, but when it's on these little stems, it makes it the width of the stem. So it looks identical here, but one of these is probably wider or more narrow than the other. And then they'll call it vocal or balanced or something like that. So that's the cable and the IEMs, and that's the tips. It has 4 DDs. It's the exact, I can talk about the sound quality, but how many drivers are passive? Are they all active? Are they all the same size? It looks like one smaller than the other. I'll talk about that when I do the full review. So that's the unboxing. As for the camper, I don't want to get into a rage. When you buy something and you spend thousands of dollars, there's some of you that $500 is a big deal. So let's just say like any amount of money, and they tell you it's going to come out at a certain time, and then it doesn't, and then the next time it doesn't again, and then you find yourself looking at other people on the internet having it who purchased it. and you realize that they didn't send it to all of their authorized distributors at the same time and have like a release date. And then you start to think like this whole thing's like a clown show. The timeline extension, it's not the seller's fault because the seller can't send you what he doesn't have. Plus, this isn't about the seller. This is about the company itself, which is Camper, who I'm talking about. I'm not doing that again. The 622B Ti on the Elise graph has bass that is equal to the 622B. That is not the set that I got or graphed or Twister or several other people. So there might be unit variation going on with them, which is unfortunate because they share their drivers, which is part of the appeal. But when you charge people a lot of money and you extend the release date repeatedly, which happens with a lot of companies, and then when you finally do release it, you're doing it in like increments, depending on region or I can't figure out why somebody is getting something from Music Tech right now earlier than me, and they might be clicking buy right now. And I sent my money on September 15th, $5,700 or something like that, and I'm still waiting. I don't even have a delivery date. That to me is beyond, I can't accept that. I hope somebody from Camper watches this part of this video. You can take a look at unique melody or fat frequency and look at how companies' growth arc changes because of their own inefficiency. Not because of other people or any kind of conspiracy, it's because of their own acts. Unique melody and fat frequency are two good examples of growth arcs that were interrupted by their own behavior. You're doing that right now. Where's my $5,000 IEM? Why do I not have any idea where that is? And somebody who goes to Music Tech right now could just click buy and have it in a couple days if they live close to New Jersey. Or Music Tech, Andrew, they ship quickly. Why is that even like a thing? Get your shit together, man. This guy's out the door. I'm not interested in your gear anymore, but you're gonna not grow as good as you should if you keep doing BS like this. And if you're watching my channel and you're like Camper, some people have told me stories now about Camper, and I can kind of get it. And sorry you had a bad experience, but now I've personally experienced it and I'm not. So if you're a Patreon, you might score because you didn't have to wait. I'm gonna like ship it to you. And the giveaways on my channel are at my pace because I'm paying for shipping and you're getting it for free. But Patreons that get stuff from me, they always get their track within a day or two, and it ships right within a couple days. So there's no real waiting for that. So if my Camper it'll come to you pretty quick. So pay attention to that for your Patreon. And I'm out.